Well, we get back to it now. Because I don't mess about. I mean, even the peppers I freeze, as you can see. I freeze the peppers, chop them so they don't go off again. Being as I've got to leave this for a while, I'm going to put the peppers in. The gas has come back on. We'll put it on. Put as many peppers in as we like. I'll put a few more peppers in. Yep, want a few more peppers, but every time I have to do this, I have to turn off this little handheld camera to get some more peppers, which we want a load more peppers. We got garlic to put in. Carry on just de-icing these and browning them off before we start making the tomatoes and the actual flavouring to it. Soup, whatever you want to call it, I don't know, but this is how it works. You just want a few more peppers in, which I will have to turn off the camera to get. And then I shall put them in and let them simmer before I carry on with anything else. As you can see, the onions are still waiting to go in. I like my onions soft, so that's why it's done soft and nobody chokes if they're ever getting hard pieces. I will get back to it within the next few minutes. Well, we get back to it now. Because I don't mess about. I mean, even the peppers I freeze, as you can see. I freeze the peppers, chop them so they don't go off again. Being as I've got to leave this for a while, I'm going to put the peppers in. The gas has come back on. We'll put it on. Put as many peppers in as we like. I'll put a few more peppers in. Yep, want a few more peppers, but every time I have to do this, I have to turn off this little handheld camera to get some more peppers, which we want a load more peppers. We got garlic to put in. Carry on just de-icing these and browning them off before we start making the tomatoes and the actual flavouring to it. Soup, whatever you want to call it, I don't know, but this is how it works. You just want a few more peppers in, which I will have to turn off the camera to get. And then I shall put them in and let them simmer before I carry on with anything else. As you can see, the onions are still waiting to go in. I like my onions soft, so that's why it's done soft and nobody chokes if they're ever getting hard pieces. I will get back to it within the next few minutes. As you can see, I've put some more peppers in. Now, the reason I put the peppers in frozen is because I brown the meat so fast and so quickly. The frozen peppers, because it's on a very low gas now, which I'll leave sitting for about 10 minutes before I carry on. I've got a few things to do. The frozen peppers will release the water from the heaty pan, keeping the meat soft and juicy. Saves the meat from going dry and hard. There's a good reason for using frozen peppers. Better than using fresh peppers. Fresh peppers is okay if you want to do it straight away, but I don't get the time. So this is the easiest way. I will cover it with a lid. As you can see, there's the lid. So then this will stay. As you can see, because it's got ice, see, it keeps the meat, and because the meat's browned off and done, it will keep the meat gentle and soft. At the same time, it will also brown. I should just give it I will show you later how I just speed it up again. Once this is, I'll just let that simmer like that, because that now will sit until I'm ready to carry on. I'll leave that for a good 15 minutes on a very low gas, so the peppers release all the water from being frozen. The meat stays nice and it doesn't go hard. It's been browned up. It retains some juice. Then we'll get back to making the sauce for it with some more peppers. Not these sort of peppers, but I like garlics, some herbs. And then we'll carry on from there, but just at the moment I'm just going to leave it, so I'll get back to it again. Well, I found out what the problem is. There's a gas mains at the top of the street that's burst. So they're on about turning the gas off again in the next 10 minutes. So what I'm going to do is put in my frozen mushrooms that I peeled yesterday into this. Then I'll have to get, just bear with me because I'm going to hold the camera and try and put mushrooms in. Ha! If I can pick them up, which I don't think I can. Oh, I can. Gonna have some plastic bag as well by the look of it. Not enough mushrooms, but still. I needed more mushrooms, but there's so much snow and ice outside. I haven't long got this in and got back. I want to do this as long as I can until when they knock the door, I know the gas is going to be turned off altogether. Then I should get the camping gas stove out to finish it off. But I'm hoping by then this will be nicely done, and then I can get on with the sauce for the rest of it. But it looks like I'll be finishing this off on the camping stove, which is up in the loft, so that's going to take me a good 10 minutes to get down. That's on. As you can see, it is hot. You can see from the steam everything's red hot, but they reckon about 15-20 minutes before they're going to turn the gas off again. They prime the gas so it's come back on, but they're going to turn it back off because apparently the mains is burst. This is through the ice and snow, but this happens every damn year, so you'd think by now they'd know better. But we'll finish this, we'll be finishing this off on a little cooking stove, a little gas stove, and I mean a little one. It's probably about as big as this pot with a little top on. And a little camping stove that I keep in the back of the car. But we'll get back to it, so I just want to find out what's going on now. That's how it's going to be left for the next 15 minutes. Hopefully that will be done. It's on a medium-high gas at the moment, so it's just doing, and I'll get back to it. And then I'll get back to you. This is just an update. The gas has been turned off now. So I'm going to have to go up in the loft and get down the little cooker. The only problem I've got is all my salad stuff that goes with it, that I have with the salad with the kids and everything, is in the boot of the car. The boot is it's an inch full of ice on the car, so I can't even get the boot open. I've just drove 200 miles, gone to the car. It's only been sitting there it takes 15-20 minutes tops to do this meal. Gone back out to the car. I cannot budge at all. Can't even open it with the lukewarm water. The automatics will not take it. The automatic doors won't open, nothing. So we're going to be having with this without a salad, but now we've got no gas as well. I've got to go up and get some things done, but normally my meals take 20 minutes to 30 minutes tops. When I do a steak or lamb, we're talking 15 minutes. That's with everything. That's with mushrooms, leeks, onions, peppers, all pan fried. I'll get back to this in a while. I just want to go and get my little camping stove out, because I've got two girls here now that are breaking my ears. Well, I'm back. The gas is still on. The electric power's gone off. All I've got is a bit of light from outside and one solar light working. So what I want to do is try and get the onions in, because it's the longest ever took me to do anything like this. I'm trying to get the onions in place in the pan. If I can do it with one hand, because this is only a little tiny £5 camera. This is a very, very, very small camera. I haven't been able to replace my camcorder since it blew up when they had a lightning strike on my panels, where I lost everything. I've got one panel, one car battery, one light in here as a backup. This is going to be a slow process trying to do this, keep it in focus and show you what I'm doing. This is how I do mine. A lot of people do it different, but this is the easiest way. You can always get everything prepared in advance. You could even chop your onions, put them in the fridge ready, chopped up, cook them, freeze them, ready for the next day. Just let them thaw out. That's the onions, as you can see. stir it up. And as you can see, the peppers, now they've defrosted inside the pan, have kept it very, very moist. You can see there's plenty of juice in there and flavours. I haven't put any garlics or any herbs in yet, but normally I use the whole garlic, so I haven't crushed them and cut them yet. Well, yeah, I haven't done that yet still. I just get the basics on. It's been one of those weeks with all the ice and the snow. Everything's gone, everything keeps going. Now it's raining that bad, we've got rivers down the streets, so your cars are floating boats. Now I'll leave that and I'll come back to it. I'll have to, because the gas is, well actually the gas is so weak at the moment, but at least we've got some just to keep it going. We'll get on with the sauces. I might even just go and pop and get a jar of tomato sauce and a tin of chopped tomatoes, rather than because I ain't gonna have time now to do this and cook the tomatoes fresh and puree them. So I might as well just pop to this shop and get a tin of tomato sauce, tin of puree or a tube of puree, and perhaps a garlic sauce or something, which is what I wouldn't normally do, but normally I make my own sauces out of fresh tomatoes, but it don't look as though it's going to happen today because of the weather. As you can see, it's coming along nicely. We'll get back to it again. I'm just going to recharge this battery a little bit and then we'll get back to it. I just want to pop to the shop and get those few little items. So I'll be back with you in a few moments. Well, I would if I could turn this camera off to get out to get the stuff. Well, I didn't manage to get to the shop, but somebody else went for me. They got very little at the shop. They got no chopped tin tomatoes, nothing. So all my daughter has managed to get me was a jar of this. It's like mixed garlic and spices and tomatoes, but I found a tin of chopped tomatoes in the cupboard. I've got no celery, so we'll be using a few peas. You could have used carrots, very finely chopped. Spices, it's a mixed spice, garlic, a tiny pinch of sugar, and then there's a special Indian spice there. I can't even remember the name of it that you can put in. Tomato puree I've already put in because I've got nobody else here to help me, but we'll get all this in, get it on, get it going, because times have gone by. It should have been cooked and ready and gone by now. I spent the last 15 minutes trying to get the car door open instead, so I can get this stuff out of the car. Now I can't even get this out off the plate, so I'm going to have to scoop this off. I'm still trying to get the rest of the stuff out of the car so I can get the celery and all the rest of the stuff. I will get back to you in a few seconds when we tip this stuff. Oh, actually, yes, I'll get back to you in a few seconds. I should have done this all in one. I should have somebody holding the camera, but nobody will hold it for me. They could do it off their phone. I should get the rest of this off the sauce with all the spices, the garlic, let that simmer for a little while. Put a little drop of onion water on it. A lot of people use sugar. No, I don't use sugar at all. Only when you're doing fresh tomatoes. But this is a tomato mix, like it's a mixture of tomatoes with garlic and all bits of crap in it, whatever. But it'll have to do for this time. It wouldn't be how I normally do it. So I'll get back to you in a few seconds. I want to split this in and get on with it. But it's not looking bad, actually. Give it a little stir so you can actually see how it mixes up. I would have liked a few more. I would have liked some celery, very fine chopped celery, because the celery gives it a nice little flavour. You can see the tomato puree is already sunk in onto the into the dish itself, into the meat. I mean, a lot of people fry their onions in there. They just pan fry them. I prefer to boil them. because the water off the onions can also be added to the sauce if it gets a little bit too tomatoey. And there's some very nice bright colours in there. I don't know if it's coming out nicely, but there's some nice oranges, some nice greens, some reds, the nice bits of brown meat, the yellow peppers. See, it's producing its own juices from the peppers and all the frozen vegetables, so nothing ever gets lost, or the taste never gets lost from it. The mushrooms, you can see that's coming up quite nice. I would have liked celery though, because the celery adds the taste. I'm just going to put in the rest of these, the garlics and the peppers, which I'll have to scoop off the plate. And we'll try this jar of tomato mixture. I'm going to go around to a friend and see if they've got any tin tomatoes, because that don't look as though it's going to be enough, but I'll get back to you. Well, I'll eventually get back to this now. We just put the finishing touches off to it. That is well cooked. I mean, look at the way the frozen vegetables that I put in, i.e. peppers, a few frozen peas. Look at the beautiful juice it's made there with the meat. All the nice colours, yellows, green, red. Smells beautiful. And all we need to do is add this shop made tomato sauce with garlic and see what we get from that. Remember, I'm holding this with this camera is so tiny. Now you can see it needs another jar. It's why I like to make my own tomato sauces, because then at least I know I've got enough. And looks like I have to send somebody to go and get another one. Yes, it certainly does want another one. We can stir this one in, let it simmer while they fetch another one. Those certainly ain't going out in this cold. At least we've got main electric powers back on. That's so everywhere's nice and bright in here now. The smell is beautiful. The smell of garlic and the herbs. Normally this would take me in total, I don't know, 20 minutes to half an hour from start to finish, but I mean, with all the messing about today, I think it's took me around about an hour to get all the parts together. Yes, it definitely needs another jar, or at least a nice tin tomatoes mixed with some garlics. We'll see if I can get another jar. We'll be back in 1 second. Let me just put the camera down. Yeah, just ask. It's not mixable. Well, that's cured the problem. My friend next door's got one, but it's not the same sort of thing. This is just a pasta sauce, tomato pasta sauce. Oh, that's better. Now you can see the difference. Because this is mainly pasta sauce. It's just mainly just tomatoes. This is a few bits of herbs as well mixing with this one. This needs to simmer through. Use some spaghetti, some brown spaghetti. That's all the kids like of your rice. Brown rice. Now believe it or not, that's not oil on the top there. That's just what's come out, that's what bit of was left out of the meat juices, the vegetable juices. It does need, still not quite as what I like to flavour, because there isn't enough tomatoes for my liking. Because that's the trouble with buying from a shop, which is in jars, it's never proper tomatoes. But I should think after that's simmered for about 10 minutes, that would look quite nice, and it should taste quite nice. Let's try it. If the taste is that bad, then it'll be thrown. Spoons, fork, oh yeah, got one here. Very nice, considering. Very, very spicy, very nice. Just got a little bit, needs a little bit more tomatoes in it. Just a tad more. And that has turned out very good. Simmer for the next 10 minutes on a very low gas, and then we will get back to pasta or whatever the kids want with it. That's in the cook, that one. Thank you. Please subscribe. Please leave all your remarks about what you'd like to add onto your stuff. Thank you. The finished product after 15 minutes of simmering, and it's turned out beautiful. It's turned out really good. I did add one fresh tomato, and that has just give it that little extra nice juicy flavour. All the peppers have cooked down nicely, all the meat's cooked down nicely. I mean, you could probably even make a little pie out of this. That has really turned out good, real flavour. The flavour is really good on this one. My girls have just tried it, and I think it's good. But I must say it's the longest one it's ever took me to cook. The maximum this should take is 30 minutes. But I mean, with today's problems, it took a little bit longer. So that's the finished product, and it really does taste good. In fact, it wouldn't be a bad idea. You could probably use this same recipe, those sauces. You could probably use those sauces and use meatballs. Make your little meatballs out of the minced meat. Add your spices and add them to the sauce. Probably be just as good as well. Thank you.